Hello again, everyone. This is Calvin from PoorManSurvival.com, and we're going to do a quick review of this Gerber tool kit. Comes in this little pouch here. Nothing too fancy about the pouch. Not a huge fan of this single pull on the belt loop, but you know, it's served fine on the camping trips and hiking we've done with it. So the first tool is this skeletonized blade. Comes with a, it's not a bad little blade. It's fairly light. Decent tool, decent little pocket clip. Seems to hold up pretty well and hasn't torn the pockets of my hiking pants yet. Has the flipper, although it's a little tight, and a decent little combo edge blade. I'm not a huge fan of combo edges. I usually prefer just a fixed edge, but the combo edge has worked nice for rope and whatnot. So it has roughly a 2.5 inch blade according to my tape measure here. And it's held up pretty well. You know, nice handy little blade. More of a pocket knife than needing the big pouch, but it weighs mere ounces. It is really light. So the second thing this comes with is a small flashlight. Now I like the small flashlight. It does have a hole for a key ring. The problem I don't like about it is it doesn't have really an on-off switch. You just turn it and it makes contact with the battery, and it's pretty bright, not to blind you there on the camera, but it is pretty bright. So it's not a bad little light. I would prefer it more if they put a on-off switch on it, but for a small metallic light, it's not a bad light, and it does run off one AAA battery. So the third tool in the kit here is a small, I guess what would be like a multi-tool. It does have a ring here. It fits great in your pocket. It is a handy little tool for everyday use. Again, the case here really isn't all that useful with these three real lightweight tools. But on the outside, you can see it does say blade there, and that is obviously the side with the blade. It has a nice, regular edged blade. I've used it for a lot of tasks. It has held up fairly well. The other side has a small pair of tweezers. You can see there. Haven't used them for much, and the other side has a awl or a small screwdriver. So it is skeletonized. It is a good looking little tool. I don't know how much you'd use the tweezers. They are a little thick. But I guess for tick removal or whatever in the backwoods, they wouldn't be half bad. So the other side, as you can see, if I can get the focus here, does say nail file, and it is just that. It is a nail file and obviously, fingernail pick there. I haven't really used it much. I'm not big into filing my nails, but I guess if you broke a nail, I guess it might serve for that, and possibly a striker for your matches. So the inside is where this gets a little interesting. It is a pair of shears. A fairly decent pair of shears, although nothing great, but they've held up pretty well, and they do work. They do work pretty well for your for cutting chores. They cut pretty well. So that's been interesting because a lot of the multi-tools that we've reviewed and used haven't had the best shears, and these have held up pretty well. I've done some pretty heavy cutting chores with them, rope and whatnot, and they've held up pretty well. One small chip in the blade, if I can get it to focus there, right about there, has been, and it's mainly just the coating kind of started to come off. It's the only real problem I've had with them. But they're a handy tool. They're approximately 2.5 inches according to the old ruler, and they've held up pretty well. So I like them. Again, they call this the Mini Suspension S. It is a handy little tool. It would be nice probably in a fishing kit or maybe in a vest. Maybe in a vest and that for that type of use. So it's not a bad tool. Again, the overall kit, I think these are in the $20 range. Maybe it's just a hair more for the three pieces. Not bad. I'm happy they didn't cover it in orange and call it the Bear Grylls or anything, because I don't think that's helping anything. I think these are a decent little tool. The pocket knife has held up well. You can see from use some of the coating is starting to come off there. I don't think you can see that. But honestly, it's going to happen when you use a knife. It's a liner lock knife. It has the metal inside, but it has the nylon or plastic outer scales. And for what it is, it's held up pretty well. Pretty happy overall with the tool. Happy overall with the kit. Like I said, I don't really use this case much. I don't see a whole lot of longevity in it. One center strap, it just flops all over the place. But again, this has been the Gerber Tri-Tool kit, I believe is what it's called. And, we like it. We like it for the three individual tools, and I think it's a handy little tool kit even just to leave in your car. So again, this has been Calvin from PoorManSurvival.com. Please, like and subscribe. We appreciate it, and lots of more good videos coming down the pipe. Thank you and have a nice